Hey guys, so okay, here's the thing. On Friday, we are turning in Project 10, which was the presidential campaign ad to advertise a candidate other than one of the major two candidates. It's fun practice. Okay, so Project 11, starting on Monday, which will be due next Friday, we are making a local restaurant advertisement. And the thing is, we want to do a Auburn or Opelika specific restaurant because we're going to send them to the actual restaurant and see if they can use them. And so I'd probably go ahead and make it like 9 by 12, 9 wide by 12 tall. And then when you're done, we'll send them and we'll treat them like a client and send them a formal email and say, hey, dear so-and-so, my name is Bobby, and I'm a student at Auburn High School. I have voluntarily made you a an ad and just wanted to know if I could tweak it to make it where it's usable. And then at least they'll likely use it on their social media. Maybe they could have them printed in the paper or a magazine or something like that, depending on how good you do it, you know. So, okay, here's a few examples. So let's see. Let me do the share screen. Remember, we're doing a local food, restaurant, coffee shop ad. And of course, go get ideas. Go to Bing, go to Behance, type in food, type in restaurant, go to Google, and just get some ideas. And remember, when we sell stuff, you don't just say come to this restaurant. You don't just say eat this food. Period. That's empty. That's meaningless. So like the point here is so fresh. Look how fresh it is. This is as fresh as ripe tomatoes. You know, or specific like, hey, look, if you want Chinese food, we're the best Chinese food place in town. You know. Steak. There's so many different types of restaurants. Like we're the best of that. You know, this is kind of a specific one. The other direction is just having variety. Like, hey, look, bring your whole family. Everybody will have something. We have lots of different options here. By the way, quick pitch for templates. Remember we talked about templates a little bit ago? They had multiple. They had, I don't know, maybe 4 or so of these. I just brought 2, but this is not reinvented. This is just tweaked. Same poster, just barely tweaked a little bit, and it makes a whole new poster. So anyway, sometimes just a deal like, hey, the food looks good, and it's this price. Can you get it anywhere else at this price? A lot of things for food or restaurants is just the atmosphere, like the ambiance of the place. So like, hey, look, you want to eat outdoors? We're having a patio opening soon. We have little Christmas lights outside, things like that. So, you know, the whole thing about advertising, don't just say do something, tell them why they should do it. Here's why I eat there, because of this. And if that's what makes me eat there, maybe that'll make you eat there. And so humor sells a lot. This one, there was a festival at a particular restaurant, and slightly threatening, but they did it all in good fun. It was very creative, you know, kind of eat here or else, that kind of thing. So anyway, remember we're doing a local ad for a restaurant. So some of the local places from Auburn or Opelika are like, goodness, coffee shops and restaurants. The Hound, Hamilton's, New Amsterdam. There's a place in Waverly. I don't remember what it's called. Downtown Opelika has some really, really good ones. Mafias. There's of course Acre and Bow and Arrow. Coffee shops like Bean on Dean and Ross House Coffee, Mama Mocha's. Oh man, there's more too. There's one, the bike one. I don't remember the title of it, but there's a lot of like really good local places. Not big chains, and they would probably appreciate, you know, if you just send them your stuff, they might use it. And that's not an exhaustive list. I'm sure there's a lot more that I'm not thinking of off the top of my head. Lucy's, that's another new one I want to try. Zazu's, I ate it either when it was in Auburn. They moved to Opelika, and I haven't been there yet, but it looks like a really cool venue. So shoot, I'm sure there's so many more I'm missing. Sidetrack Coffee. Anyway, just local coffee shop, local restaurant, make them an advertisement. Be sure to include a high quality resolution logo. They're going to want their logo, and then high resolution quality photos from that restaurant. Don't just use like any old picture of any old steak. That might mean that you go to their Facebook page to borrow one of their pictures, or it may mean that you go by there and take a picture. Just take it with your phone as good as you can, and then airdrop yourself here and go to town. But don't use an Outback Steakhouse steak in a photograph for a local, like a bow and arrow ad, right? Bow and arrow has their own pictures. You can just get them off their Instagram or something like that. Okay, if y'all need something else, just holler, and I'll talk to you guys later.